My cherished child, listen closely, for I speak directly to your spirit, to the very essence of who I created you to be. Know this truth that I lay before you this day. I am now forging a clear path for you, a way that the one who opposes you cannot block or disrupt. Though the adversary is cunning, a purveyor of deceit, a destroyer, and one who seeks to end life and diminish joy, and though these dark intentions may manifest in your daily experiences, I assure you, my hand is moving with purpose. The one who opposes you is indeed active, like a hungry beast, seeking one to consume, to disorient, and to weaken. Yet, this seeking is in vain, my child, for you are never alone. You have me, the true, mighty presence by your side, the very essence of strength and dominion, the source of all victory. Therefore, my chosen one, you can navigate this existence not with arrogance or inflated pride, but with an unwavering confidence that flows from my spirit. This certainty stems from knowing deeply that the one who has already conquered all opposition walks with you, within you, at every turn. That spirit of triumph, that ultimate victory over every dark force, I have revealed fully through my anointed one. The same divine power that once parted vast waters, creating a dry passage through the deepest expanse when there seemed no way, is now poised to open your spiritual conflicts wide, making a clear way for your freedom and advancement. I imbue this message with my very presence, my child, and this day I will unveil a simple, potent method that shatters the adversary's strategies every single time. Open your heart to this wisdom I offer you now. This teaching is designed to release you from all that binds you, without doubt or question. I affirm this truth. If you truly embrace this message, allowing its truths to settle deeply within you, you will experience a profound spiritual turning point, a foundational shift in your understanding, and I will assist you in overcoming struggles that have long burdened your spirit. Pay attention, my beloved. I know you are not without fault, nor are you without imperfection in your human journey. Yet one truth I hold dear concerning you is this: you love me. You earnestly desire to please me, to honor me with your living. You have poured out your heart in countless prayers, sometimes with words, sometimes with sighs beyond utterance. You have stood firm when the ground felt unstable. You have pressed forward through intense spiritual opposition, even when weariness sought to consume you. And now I declare to you, I led you to this very battleground on purpose. Yes, I guided you here intentionally, with a sovereign hand and a loving heart, so that I might reveal my power through you, for you, and to all who witness your journey. Hear this deeply resonating truth from my spirit, letting it settle into your inner being. I led you into this conflict with a divine purpose, not to test your endurance alone, but to display my boundless power and my unwavering faithfulness. Consider the ancient crossing of the great waters, a narrative etched into the memory of generations. That event was not an accident. It was a deliberate act of my sovereignty, a precise maneuver orchestrated by my divine wisdom. In the same way, my child, your current spiritual challenge is not by chance or a random twist of fate. Your personal struggles are not simply isolated occurrences. I am actively using these circumstances, these moments of tension and perceived impossibility, to bring forth a profound revelation within your own spirit, and to unveil deeper truths about my nature to you. I desire for you to know me more fully, more intimately, through what you are experiencing. Let me show you how this comes to pass. Firstly, know with absolute certainty, that I have led you into this particular spiritual engagement with a specific, loving purpose. Remember my instructions to my servant Moses, as I guided my ancient people out of their long captivity. I commanded them to turn back and make their encampment in a precise, seemingly vulnerable location at the edge of the vast waters. My intent was clear. The oppressor, the one who held them in servitude for generations, would believe they were utterly confused, cornered, and hopelessly trapped within the wilderness, with no escape. I did not accidentally lead my people to the edge of those vast waters. No, my child. That placement was entirely by design. I led them there strategically, placing them in a situation where human effort and strength were utterly useless, where their own resources and plans could offer no solution. A place where only a profound divine intervention, a miracle that defied all natural understanding, could possibly save them. This was to glorify me and to establish their trust in my power alone. My child, I ask you now, reflecting on your own journey, have you ever found yourself in such a predicament? A situation that felt destined for tragedy, an impasse from which you believed you could never emerge, a challenge so immense it swallowed all hope. A moment where you thought, this is it, this is the end, I will never overcome this, I cannot possibly find a way out. If you resonate with these feelings this day, if your spirit recognizes this deep sense of being cornered, then know this truth with unwavering certainty. I have brought you to this very point. I did not forsake you in your past moments of doubt. I did not abandon you then when you felt lost. Nor did I ever give up on you, even when you felt you had given up on yourself. And today I have led you into this current battleground with deliberate intention, with a purpose far grander than your present sight can perceive. My deepest desire is to manifest my power and my glory through you, for you, and in this very place where you stand. I am preparing to demonstrate my might. That ancient journey to the water's edge was not merely a tragic predicament in the eyes of my people, nor was it a chance event. It was a strategic divine maneuver, a calculated step in my unfolding plan. It was my precise plan to act mightily in the lives of my people, to reveal a dimension of myself they had never known. At that time, they barely knew who I was. They had only known me as the god of their ancestors, a distant deity. They did not fully comprehend my immense power, my absolute sovereignty over creation, or my unwavering faithfulness to my promises. They only knew that my servant Moses claimed I was with them. Yet, I had already demonstrated 10 powerful signs of my might and delivered them from their long bondage with a strong hand. Even then, they were still in the process of truly experiencing my nature, of letting the truth of my character settle into their hearts. I yearned to show them my unfailing faithfulness, my undeniable power, and my ability to create a clear way even when no humanly discernible path existed. I permitted the oppressor to pursue them, to draw near, specifically so I could reveal my power in a way they could never forget, a demonstration so profound it would echo through the ages. I positioned them exactly where their own strength reached its absolute limit, where every human resource was exhausted, and where my glory could then begin to shine forth without hindrance, illuminating the path forward. Understand this, my child, that the land of their old captivity represented their former bondage, their previous way of living, their old patterns of error, the limiting beliefs they had carried. The land I promised them symbolized their new life, their true purpose, their divine calling, and their ultimate freedom from all constraints. And that vast body of water, seemingly an insurmountable barrier, impassable and terrifying, represents your impossible situation right now. A place where only I, your divine deliverer, can make a way. If you feel cornered, if you feel truly trapped with no visible means of escape, I speak this truth to you with all my authority. I have placed you here so that you can finally and fully perceive me as your waymaker. I am the one who clears the path where there was none. I am the light that shines brightly even in the deepest darkness, illuminating every shadow. I am your waymaker. My child, trust in me. Secondly, comprehend this truth with clarity. The adversary invariably launches his most fierce attacks when you are on the very brink of receiving my blessings. So, if you find yourself currently entangled in a situation that appears utterly impossible, if you sense the overwhelming weight of a spiritual bondage, if you are experiencing a direct spiritual assault that seems to come from all directions, know this deeply. You are about to receive my favor in an unprecedented measure. I am not speaking words of empty encouragement. I am revealing my truth to you now, a pattern woven through time. You stand at the precipice of blessing. You are in the very heart of this struggle, at your own figurative water's edge in your life. You are in that profound moment where everything seems insurmountable, where you might wonder, what will you do now, my God? What miracle will unfold? Let me tell you, my beautiful child, I am about to manifest my power in your life in a truly magnificent, undeniable way. Recall the ancient narrative. When word finally reached the oppressor king that my people had truly escaped his grasp, he and his officials swiftly altered their decision, blinded by rage and pride. The king readied his chariots and mustered his forces, setting out in relentless pursuit with a hardened heart. Why did he chase them with such fury? What was the underlying reason for his relentless pursuit? His refusal to let go? Because he recognized a profound truth. They were finally free. They were no longer enslaved, no longer bound to his will. The moment I begin to deliver you from bondage, the very instant I start to pour out my blessings upon you. The moment your breakthrough draws near, the adversary becomes enraged and comes after you with heightened intensity. He despises seeing you walk in the abundance of my blessings. He loathes witnessing you enveloped in my mercies. He detests observing you living within my grace, bathed in my favor, experiencing the goodness of my presence. He cannot stand to see my blessings and my promises being fulfilled in your personal life, in your relationships, in your spirit. And so he pursues you with fierce anger, jealousy, envy, and evil intent. He utterly hates to see you experience joy, that pure, unadulterated gladness that comes from me. He detests the spiritual victory flowing through your life and those you cherish. He utterly abhors seeing you walk in the power and anointing of my Spirit, demonstrating my truth. The one who opposes you hates that you are growing serious in your devotion to me, that your heart is turning more fully to my ways. He hates that I am drawing you into your true purpose, guiding you into your divine calling, and anointing you with my power and wisdom for the journey ahead. The adversary despises that you have shattered the very chains he believed would hold you captive forever. Those habits, those struggles, those patterns of thought, those limiting beliefs that he imagined would keep you in perpetual bondage to error. He hates that you have broken free from their grip. He hates that you are now, in this very moment, open to my words, listening intently to my voice, absorbing the truths I speak into your spirit with a receptive heart. This deepens his fury, for he knows my words bring freedom and light. Thirdly, understand that doubt, fear, and complaining create open avenues for destruction in your life. Observe what happened with my ancient people at that critical juncture. At the water's edge, faced with the seemingly impossible barrier and the approaching oppressor, they cried out to my servant Moses, saying, "Why did you bring us out here only for us to perish? It would have been better for us to remain enslaved than to become corpses in this wilderness." Mark this carefully, my child. My people were physically free, having walked out of their captivity. But their internal way of thinking, their inner spirit, remained enslaved to fear and old patterns of thought. They grumbled, they voiced their discontent, they succumbed to doubt, allowing their emotions to dictate their words. This precisely is what the adversary desires from you. He wants you to talk yourself out of the blessings I have prepared for you, to convince yourself that my promises are not for you. He wants you to fear what I have already conquered, to tremble before what I have already defeated. He wants you to complain and murmur instead of standing firm in my truth and declaring my power. He wants you to speak words of defeat rather than declarations of victory, knowing the power that resides in your words. Do you understand, my child, that this is the very strategy of the one who opposes you, a subtle yet potent deception? My ancient wisdom reveals that the power of life and death resides in your words, in the utterances that proceed from your heart. And it declares that what you speak, you will experience the outcome of. This means that the words you utter, when spoken in alignment with my spirit and my truth, can manifest my power and my presence in your circumstances. When you declare my victory, when you proclaim my power, when you announce my freedom in your life, it is not merely your voice speaking. It is my spirit residing within you, speaking power and life into your present circumstances, shifting the atmosphere around you. But the adversary seeks to tempt you to murmur. He desires for you to complain about your difficulties. He wants you to question my faithfulness, to doubt my goodness. He yearns for you to fear what might happen, to doubt how I could possibly bring good out of a situation that seems catastrophic and without hope. He whispers lies, suggesting that your struggles are due to your past errors, that I am displeased with you, that I might be punishing you, or even worse, that I have abandoned you completely in your hour of need. These, my child, are utter deceptions from the one who opposes truth, who seeks only to steal your hope and diminish your trust in me. Here is a powerful key for overcoming spiritual opposition, a simple yet profound truth I want you to grasp and live by. Silence your complaints and speak forth my promises with boldness. You cannot defeat spiritual adversaries with a tongue filled with negativity, fear, or grumbling. Your worship of me, offered from a pure heart, is a potent weapon that shifts spiritual realities. Your unwavering faith in my character is an impenetrable shield against every dart of the adversary. Your praise to my name, lifted in every circumstance, is a sharp sword that cuts through darkness. Therefore, do not grumble or complain about the situation you are in now, the battle you currently face. Remember, my child, I have led you there with a purpose. Embrace it with purpose, for my glory will be revealed within it. Fourthly, recognize that the staff in my servant Moses' hand symbolizes the very cross that has forever split your spiritual battles wide open. As it is recorded in my ancient declarations, a word that echoes through time. Raise your staff, then divide the water so that my people can walk through the middle of the sea on dry ground. This, my child, holds a profound and eternal truth. That staff represents the ultimate act of self-giving love and sacrifice through my anointed one. Just as Moses held up the staff, and the waters of judgment and despair were separated, parting to reveal a way, so too did my anointed one endure suffering, offering his life, and the judgment that would have fallen upon you, and all humankind was completely divided, fully satisfied. You have passed through that judgment, emerging on the other side, not by your own doing, not by your own strength or merit, but by the overwhelming power of my ultimate act of love, extended freely to you. When Moses' staff touched the waters, they obeyed and parted. When my anointed one embraced death itself, descending into its darkest depths, the prison of error and sin exploded open, its power shattered forever. My ancient people walked through a moment of judgment, a literal path through the waters. But you, my cherished one, walk through my boundless grace, a gift purchased by my anointed one. They stepped into a new existence, a physical freedom from bondage, and you, my child, have stepped into your new identity, a spiritual freedom that transcends all earthly constraints. What is that identity, you ask? You are a cherished one, called by my name, living in my light, eternally secure in my love. I declare through my ancient words a truth that resounds through the cosmos. I am the living one. I endured death, but behold, I am alive forever and ever, and I hold the keys that unlock the very realms of death and the grave, holding dominion over them. My anointed one descended into the depths of death and rose again in triumphant victory, opening the eternal path for you and all who believe to walk in true and everlasting freedom. Therefore, my beloved, I will actively fight for you while you stand firm in my truth and my presence. As I declared to my ancient people at their moment of crisis, I myself will fight for you, but remain calm. This is my word for you today, for this very moment. Cease expending your energy fighting battles that I have already conquered on your behalf. Stop trying to handle spiritual warfare through your own limited strength, for it is not by might nor by power, but by my Spirit. Do not panic when you find yourself at your own spiritual water's edge, that place of seeming impossibility and overwhelming challenge. Instead, stand still. Offer your worship to me from a place of trust. Keep the truth of my ultimate victory firmly in your heart, and I will assuredly make a way where there was none. I will part your waters. Your present conflicts, my child, are not about where you have come from. They are profoundly about where I am now about to lead you. I did not guide you to this challenging place to abandon you, or to allow you to be overwhelmed by the forces of darkness. No, my child, absolutely not. I led you here to deliver you openly and undeniably, so that even those who oppose you, even the adversary himself, would clearly comprehend who I truly am and the depth of my power active in your life. This victory, this deliverance, belongs entirely to me, and it will be for my glory alone. Your spiritual opposition is not a sign of your weakness or my displeasure. Rather, it is a powerful indicator of your destiny, a clear marker of your purpose, a herald of your divine calling that I have placed upon you. Do not shrink from it, but face it in my strength. Now, my child, with unwavering faith, I want you to make this declaration, letting it resonate from the deepest part of your being. My God is making a way for me. Proclaim it aloud. Let the sound of it fill your space and your spirit. Let it be a confident statement that resonates deep within your spirit, overcoming every whisper of doubt. Let it be a prophetic utterance over your own life, speaking into existence the truth of my active presence. And if this message has brought clarity to your heart, If it has infused you with strength and purpose this day, then share this truth with another who feels stuck at their own impossible moment, that they too might find hope and courage in my words. Until my next whisper, know that I love you immeasurably, and my presence is always with you.